Once upon a time, in a quiet town, wrapped in hills and distant skies, there lived a boy named Jorsek. Jorsek wasn't loud. He didn't speak much. He was a quiet soul, soft, thoughtful, and kind. People called him shy, but in truth, he simply listened more than he spoke, and felt more than he showed. When Jorsek was still young, he had to leave his family to go study far from home. He stayed in a small hostel with bunk beds, shared walls, and new routines. It wasn't easy, but Jorsek tried to stay strong. On Saturdays, when everything felt too loud, he would go for a walk to the nearby park. It was his peaceful place, where the trees stood tall and the breeze felt like home. One morning, while sitting under his favorite tree, he saw a little puppy all alone. Its fur was dusty, its eyes tired, but it didn't bark. It simply looked at Jorsek and waited. And in that quiet look, something spoke, without words, without sound. Jorsek picked up the puppy gently and took him back to the hostel. His friends gathered around. They laughed, they smiled, they helped clean the pup and gave him food. Later that night, they sat together with a small idea. "Let's name him," one friend said. Each of them wrote a name on a tiny piece of paper. They folded them and placed them in a bowl. Jorsek closed his eyes and picked one. The name was Genji. And from that moment on, Genji was family. He stayed with Jorsek through quiet study nights, early mornings, little walks, and deep sleep. They became inseparable. But as Genji grew, the hostel warden noticed. The puppy made noise, he left little messes, and the rules were the rules. One day, Jorsek was told, "The dog must go." Jorsek said nothing. He only nodded quietly, packed his things, and carried Genji in his arms. He traveled back home, heart full, arms tired, but spirit calm. Because love doesn't ask questions, it simply chooses. When he reached home, his family opened the door and saw the little dog. Jorsek whispered, "This is Genji. He had no one. Now, he has us." And just like that, Genji found his forever home. He had a yard to run in, a bed to sleep in, a family who understood. And Jorsek? He was still quiet, still gentle, but now he wasn't alone. Sometimes the kindest hearts speak the softest. Sometimes love means letting go of comfort to do what's right. So tonight, if you ever feel like you're too quiet to matter, or too small to be brave, remember Jorsek. And remember Genji, because compassion is the strongest thing of all. Good night, dear soul. You are loved.